The 6th annual New Jersey Flyfisherman of the Year event and the New Jersey Trout Unlimited Council Banquet were held on Saturday, October 17th at the beautiful Raritan Inn in Califon. The day started out much in the way it has in years past, with hot coffee and breakfast served to contestants and their support staff in the warmth of the inn's rustic barn. Contestants, both young and, well, not so young, got to size each other up. Jim Holland from Shannon's Fly and Tackle and Bill Asdell from the Raritan Inn reviewed the day's schedule and went over the rules for the competition. Fly selection ran from fairly classic to oh my goodness, what is that? For most anglers, the first round was a toughie. A little chilly, a good bit of breeze, a ton of leaves, and extremely low and clear water. A lot of angler success or failure depended on which beats they'd drawn. Even exceptional anglers fishing historically productive beats came up empty. As the morning progressed, broken into 45-minute heats, the fishing picked up significantly.
14.
Frank Rosada from Ridge and Valley TU in particular had one of the most impressive rounds the event has ever seen.
Well,
at a beat called the Ledges, Frankie began producing quality fish on just about every cast. Freddie DeLeon, also from Ridge and Valley, was the judge for the beat and did a remarkable job of netting and measuring fish for Frankie. I'm not exactly sure how many fish were landed during the round, but the number of inches combined with the species multiplier totaled a whopping 248 points. A one-round tally we may never see again.
say 13 3/4.
Frankie's fly of choice fit in the oh my goodness what is that category. The smell of burgers and dogs on the grill wafted its way down to the river, and when the final horn sounded for the morning rounds, anglers and spectators alike all but sprinted toward the source of the wonderful aroma. As is tradition, the 3 winning anglers from the morning rounds, who would be moving on to the afternoon finals, were asked to comment on their fly selection and overall strategy. Sue Reed from Casting for Recovery, Akash Patel from the Ernie Schwiebert chapter of Trout Unlimited, and of course Frank Rosada from Ridge and Valley TU, were happy to share their secrets of success in the morning, but at the same time were eager to get started with the finals. The weather for the afternoon rounds was about as fall perfect as it gets. Lots of color, a bit of breeze, and enough chill to make the open fire a welcome treat. All 3 anglers went to extraordinary lengths to catch fish during these final rounds. Frankie showed how far he was willing to go to retrieve a fly. Incidentally, after retrieving the fly, he hooked and landed this fabulous-looking brown
14.5.
from the exact spot where he'd waited only a few minutes prior. Akash went a different route, appearing as if he was walking on water to catch fish. Sue Reed chose to fish with what looked like squirmy-wormy material for fly line. Apparently this stuff casts incredibly well. Or maybe it's just Sue's casting ability. Folks, this was one super tight and exciting final. It went back and forth between all 3 anglers until the last few minutes. This is when Sue really showed off her angling chops, and I'm sorry to say this, guys, simply laid a hurtin' on the competition. It was definitely something to see. By about 4 in the afternoon, the one fly event was done, but the competition was far from over. The Casting for Distance and Accuracy contest allowed past champions, fly fishing professionals, and even a few young guns to show off their skills. Unfortunately for them, there was a ringer in the crowd. Perhaps you can guess who of this group, admiring the latest rod selection from Gene Loomis, it was. If you guessed Dee Kelly from Casting for Recovery, you are correct. Dee punched out a 75-footer into a stiff breeze that almost landed directly on top of the tape measure. All of the guys waiting in line for their turn to cast scattered like squirrels. At the end of a long day of competition, there's nothing like an adult beverage, some tasty appetizers, and a raffle and silent auction to calm jangled nerves and soothe bruised egos. Of course, the day wouldn't be complete without the New Jersey Council of Trout Unlimited Banquet. As is always the case at the Raritan Inn, The food and service were absolutely top-notch. The sit-down dinner is a great place to chat with old friends and maybe get to know some new ones. Council Chairman Rich Thomas presented John Norstadt from Fred Burroughs TU with the Council Lifetime Achievement Award for his many years of dedication and hard work with the chapter. Author Bob Mallard came all the way from Maine to be this year's keynote speaker and gave an extremely informative presentation on pond fishing for trout in the Northeast. To close the evening, Jim Holland proudly presented Sue Reed with the coveted New Jersey Flyfisherman Flyfisherwoman of the Year award. She also received a beautiful hardy fly reel that will hold her bright pink fly line in spectacular fashion. And just to make absolutely sure no one with a Y chromosome felt overly good about themselves, a very humble Bart Lombardo presented Dee Kelly with a Rio Perception fly line for taking top honors in the distance for casting and accuracy event. From beginning to end, it was one spectacular day.